Oh, okay. Now I can.
Pee pee. Pee pee. Poo poo.
Speaking of drill, let me get into...
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
To another episode of Thank You for Your Services podcast. I'm going to keep this spiel short and sweet because I've been listening to a lot of shows where they don't do this like super long thing. They just get right into it. It's great.
Yeah, that's most shows, I'd say.
Instagram. Thanks for your services _podcast. Links to everything is in the bio. Stories are up there. Clips are up there. You can contact us directly there, or you can contact us directly at ThankYouForUrServices@gmail.com. And how's that spelled, Matt?
That is ThankYouForUrServices@gmail.com. You're spelled the letters U-R.
Great.
Since we're on the subject of ThankYouForUrServices@gmail.com, can we get into our email that we got this week?
That's right. I forgot. We got our first legit email.
I really want to hear this.
I gotta stop hitting the mic, number one.
Yes, please.
And number two, I gotta
Nobody likes that.
log into the email on this phone.
You know what I like
Why
about...
don't you start talking first?
I will. I'm good to go. You know what I like about our podcast? That we never put each other down. I don't like when people do that when they talk to each other. A podcast or any interaction of people should never be one person talks and then the other person makes fun of them and puts them down. It should always be yes and. Do you know that like concept?
Yeah.
Did you ever
improv.
Yeah, exactly, like the improv concept. It should always be yes and.
I agree.
And I very much like that about our conversations. It's never like, oh, I did this thing and you're just like, oh, bro.
nice stupid thing,
Nobody
dumbass.
else does that. That's or whatever. That's stupid.
Well, we definitely bust on each other when we have to.
Oh, well, as you should.
But we put our foots in our own mouths.
Yeah,
Very
it's
much
fun.
so.
It's fun. I'm just saying. I just appreciate that about us. So, do you have the email?
It is still downloading.
Jesus.
Well, because this is an old version of the phone, it only has the one email account in the mail app, so I have to download a second mail app.
Oh, that's all right. All right. Well, before I guess we'll get into my. So we haven't recorded together in about 2 weeks almost.
Sure.
And I have been so sick for over a month now. I've been to like 5 doctors. What?
The Flyleaf song, I'm so sick.
I don't know what that is.
It's okay.
Okay.
Doctor.
What's Flyleaf? Is that the same thing as Soulfly?
Those are two different names. Why don't you think about that?
Yeah, but come on, let's be real. Is it the same thing as Soulfly?
No. It's not a band formed by the Calvera brothers.
Who?
Cavaleros, I'm sorry.
Who are the Cavaleros?
They're the brothers responsible for Sepultura.
That's what Soulfly is?
Soulfly is an offshoot of Sepultura, yes.
What? Yeah. I never knew that.
Sure are.
I don't think I've ever listened to them.
They're not bad.
I thought Soulfly was like singing. Sepultura is like screaming.
Yeah.
I never got into Sepultura. I've tried so many times of listening to them.
They seem like they'd be right up your alley.
I know.
You need to listen to Schizophrenia.
No, I've listened to like all the stuff I'm supposed to. I just don't like the guy's voice.
I like it.
Did it load?
The phone just reset. That was good.
Good. Okay. So, I'm just gonna get into it. So anyway, the past 15 days, really the past 20 days so far, I have been working every single day because of the way the schedule works out. And today was our last day of our annual training, which happened to be 15 days this time. It's supposed to be 14, but it ended up being 15 for us.
Boo.
Yeah, it was really, really dumb. We started it out by... I was already sick, and we go away to another base. It's like 2 hours away. And we go live in barracks, and there's open showers, and you can imagine, barely any toilet paper, no fucking soap, like nothing. You got to bring all your own shit, and if you forget something, basically fuck you. Mm-hmm. But it was cool. I got
like camp, but worse.
Yeah, just like camp. Yeah. So, the first night was actually kind of nice because they put me and another guy a ammo detail back home. We were guarding ammunition, so we didn't have to go until like a day. We got there basically like 2 days later than everybody else, which was awesome because I was feeling like dog shit. So we got there. My first day there, I jump out the bus. I put all my shit on a bed, and I go find a bed. I have a fucking top bunk, which I was already like, all right, this is gonna suck because the bunks are just like fucking so hard. These bunks are so hard to climb up, and they wobble and they're all over the place. So I start sweeping and mopping the barracks room because everybody else is out, and then they're like, hey, I need 4 volunteers, and we're like, I always volunteer for everything, so I was like, okay, here we go. which is stupid. So I'm already feeling like shit, and I'm like, all right, if I just keep my mind busy, like I won't feel like shit. That's always how I deal with it.
I was just listening to somebody talk about this very thing.
Really?
They're like, yes, it's kind of serendipitous that you talk about it too. I listened to this yesterday. They said, have you ever been a part of something where like you have to completely disassociate because while you're doing it, it sucks that bad? And
I do that.
You're like, You're like,
well, that's basic training.
Well,
also.
You're like 6 hours from now, I'll be home.
Yeah, I call that personal time travel. I've talked about that on the podcast before.
Really?
I'm pretty certain. Maybe I haven't.
Really? Maybe not.
So I call that personal time travel. I imagine myself here.
Yeah.
Or home or whatever. I've done that before. Like when I was at basic, I was like, okay, basic training's like 10 and a half weeks. And I was like, all right, I just need to imagine myself at 10 and a half weeks from now doing this thing. And then when I finally get there, it's like I time traveled. I literally just call it personal time travel. It doesn't make any sense.
That's a great mental gymnastic there.
Yeah, it is. I do it with a lot of things, especially like army bullshit. So anyway, we get there. I hop out the bus. I'm cleaning, and they need 4 volunteers. I volunteer. I hop on another fucking bus. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. All night long, I was running. Well, I was on an ammo detail where the all the crew chiefs on the helicopters, because you won't know a lot of these like terms. So basically, crew chiefs have to do what's called aerial gunnery, where they have to find a target. They're flying around on this base, and they have to find a target, and they shoot a machine gun outside of the helicopter. They shoot at a target.
This is live ammo.
Oh yeah.
And this is here.
This isn't not in Delaware. No, okay. We were in a different state. I
but
can't really. I don't want to say like where. Yeah. Okay. In the U.S. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, we explode shit. We throw grenades. All kinds of shit.
Man, I would never know that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah.
I would never ever assume that the military is doing active live ammunition or explosive things in this country, aside from like training.
But that's what it is. It's training. So we have a base that is like designed to be like surviving out in the Middle East, that you have to go to like for like a week or 2 weeks at a time.
And that's here somewhere.
It is in America, yeah. And usually you'd go there like before a deployment, and you go and you just like eat shit for 2 weeks.
You been there yet?
I have not been there because where I deployed was
somewhere. Yeah, it was like Eastern Europe or some
cold
shit, right?
conditions. Yeah, so we were in Texas training for that, which was also it was hot because it gets
Texas training for the cold.
The Middle East is a desert, but Iraq and Afghanistan they're mountainous. Exactly. So it's not just hot. It's like it'll be hot one day and then it'll snow the next day or something. It's really weird. Where we were at in Kosovo, it was like normal weather, but you're in a mountain. Again, you're actually surrounded by mountains. It looks fake, like where you're at. It was kind of cool, and you
like staged almost.
Not staged. It looks like a fairy tale land. Like you'll look like out, and it'll look like, I don't even know, like in a Sleeping Beauty or something. You'll see like mountains with like tiny towns on them.
Wow,
it's really weird. Yeah, a lot of people build their own homes, and they're like huts and stuff, or they're like these really beautiful like homes that are built from like cement, but then they don't like have electricity or something. It's really weird. But that's what happens in a war zone. You know what I mean? Like that, because it was a war zone there for a while. So anyway, so I'm volunteering for this aerial gunnery detail all night, and then I get there and they put me in charge of the ammo, and I was like, okay, because I'm a sergeant, and they're like, okay, Matt, or Didonado, you know my last name.
You're an E what now?
E5.
Gotcha.
And they're like,
That's
all
what I
right, you need to keep count of all the ammo, and I was like, fucking, I've never done this in my life, and I don't know how, like, the process. So I had to like learn the process on the fly, and I was keeping track of ammo, and I had people like helping me, like lower enlisted guys, and they were cool. But
I have to assume that that's like, you know how much ammo is in a box, and then you do multiplication, like there's this many boxes.
Eventually I did have to do that, but I never knew how much ammo came in, because like there's different size ammo,
Right.
and this one I thought was like the normal size, and then I learned it was like a bigger size than what we normally
So
use.
there's less, etc.
Yeah, exactly. So I was keeping track of how much firing was going on, and then I figured out like each crew chief in a helicopter. A crew chief is a member, like helicopters have like certain amount of people they fly with, and crew chiefs, they're the guys you see hanging out this like the side of the window kind of, and they're the ones telling you like, hey, you can land here, or they're the ones shooting, or they're the ones, if the bird goes down, they have to be mechanically inclined to be able to fix whatever needs to be fixed kind of on the fly.
The position of a chief.
Yeah.
Or a supervisory position, more so.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not pilots, but they're the ones that
They're running shit.
they're helping you run shit.
Yeah.
No, because the ones that are running shit are the pilots, and then they
okay.
help you run shit and make sure shit goes smooth. And they're talking to you, and they're in constant communication. They're great, really knowledgeable people, really cool guys and girls. So anyway, we're doing this detail. Well, I didn't realize how much ammo. I was there until like, I don't know, 1:30 in the morning, just like running ammo back and forth. And this was from like, I want to say like I was like 12 there for like 12 hours, just like running ammo,
Just
counting
constant.
ammo. Then what we have to do is get all the used ammo and sort it out, because you have to return all your ammo shells to
okay.
the army, essentially. Was that a knock on the door?
Is she here? Wow. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Keep talking. Sorry.
Oh, well, I don't want to yet.
Hi, you made it.
Hey, Mel.
I'm so glad. I was just about to nervously check my phone.
I didn't die.
Hey. Are you going to come on the podcast?
Yeah, why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by
we
a
have-
surprise guest, Melissa Kearns.
Do we have another microphone?
I sure do.
Oh, yeah, let's get that.
I also have
bad boy
another
out.
stand and another set of headphones.
Yay. Yay.
Why you holding that microphone? Right?
We're going to take a brief intermission.
So I was running ammo back and forth all night. I took another soldier with me, a younger, like lower enlisted guy. And I didn't realize we'd be doing it till like 1:30 in the morning. And what you have to do is you have to run constantly like new ammo to these guys, and then they dump out all the old ammo.
Right, you
and
have
then,
to return it, you said?
Yeah, and that's called dunnage. And it's not just ammo. You ever see in movies like the links that hold ammo together? Like, did you ever have
Yeah.
a bullet belt or anything? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that all falls in there too. Then you have to separate. You have to dump all that out on a table. You're doing all this at night, by the way, and you have like you can't use bright lights either, because they have night vision goggles on. Like NVGs they're called, night vision goggles. And that'll, if you use bright lights, it'll blind them. So you have these like shitty little red lights, and you're like trying to sort through all night. It was a really good learning experience. It just, so I was tired as fuck. We get back, wake up bright and early. We're shooting all day long. By the way, at this point, the strep throat has spread from my throat to my eyes and ears.
Ugh.
And my eyes are just like burning. I had like a fever that night. I could barely sleep. I'm just now, like, my eyes are starting to feel like sort of normal.
Now, thank God, hopefully when we record again, you'll have seen that doctor.
I will, yeah. Thursday night, Thursday morning, actually, technically, I will be seeing the specialist.
Right on.
And yeah, I got to get better, because this is ridiculous.
They
The
gotta-
doctors like don't know what's up.
They got to give you some stuff. They got to work
They
this
do,
out.
yeah. It's probably they're just gonna end up giving me penicillin
Well, from what I hear, that's what clears it right up.
Yeah, I know, but I always thought I was allergic to penicillin because my dad is, and I've never had it before. So, yeah.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. That's what I said. And then the doctor was like, and even if you are allergic to it, you're probably just going to have to take it anyway and just take Benadryl with it. I was like, that's fine. I just want strep throat to go away.
Didn't they give you like crazy allergen tests?
No.
Not for any of the medical shit for the Army?
Nah, you walk down a line with both sleeves rolled up and they just inject you with stuff. I just tell them, I write down I'm allergic to penicillin, and then there's like one shot I don't think I get. I think it's the peanut butter shot. You get a shot in your butt, but I never got that one. Most people did, but because I said I was allergic to penicillin, I didn't get it.
Oh,
but I really hope I'm not actually allergic to penicillin now, because I need to get. But I've been on antibiotics. And Liz never got sick. No one else has gotten sick. I don't know where or how I got it. Probably somebody at work. But I'm not contagious anymore. This is almost a month of antibiotics.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm going through the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Strep?
Well, not strep. He had a cough like a couple weeks
I
ago.
know. I think he gave it to me, honestly. Which is where I got
everybody.
strep. Yeah.
So I still have the cough, and I
Oh.
keep my lungs keep kind of choking up.
Yeah.
So they give me an inhaler. They gave me 2 antibiotics. They gave me cough medicine. They gave me codeine, and I was like, I think I'm allergic to codeine, but I just took it at night because it's if I'm gonna be laying around, it's fine. And then I have to go get an X-ray of my lungs sometime this week.
Damn.
So it's just
So you still have it?
I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's cold or if it was a flu.
I think because we've all had COVID here, our bodies are whenever we get normal sick, it's fucking us up now. Because I had COVID a year ago, and now this sickness won't die. Yeah, I think whatever you had, I probably got.
But I'll just be
And
minding my business.
they said it wasn't strep though? You got tested for strep?
I got my tonsils out, so I really don't get a lot of throat
Really?
stuff. And
I
literally
should get
getting
mine
it
out.
and literally getting my tonsils out literally has helped me not be as sick.
Yeah.
Because literally just everything just stays there.
Interesting.
Because when your nose is dripping, giving you post-nasal, that's going by your tonsils.
Oh.
So getting rid of my tonsils, it sucked.
Yeah.
Really, really bad because it's always worse for adults.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Lifesaver.
Cool.
It might be something you might need eventually.
Me?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And
Yeah.
take the full 2 weeks off because my job didn't let me.
Yeah.
But then I had a doctor's note saying only work 4 hours because
Wow.
you can hemorrhage. You can literally hemorrhage just from lifting something.
It's crazy. I listen to you on a daily basis, and now hearing you through this microphone, I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
The thing.
It's not fun.
It's wild.
Do you not want to talk on mic then?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
You can hang back whenever you want
And
to.
you're on
feel free.
and you're also on antibiotics.
I'm on 2 antibiotics.
Jesus.
Which I'm probably due for one of them right now, but I'm not going to take it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Nobody knows nothing. We did eat very late, so.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah, I have
But
to take one every 8 hours.
Well, now that all the fun stuff is out of the way,
Yeah.
you want to get into our email that we got?
Yeah. Yeah,
What
might as
email
well.
did you get?
I mean, I'll talk about where I was at more because I'm almost done with that whole crap.
Please then.
No, the next day I was miserable and just feeling sick, and we were shooting. That was our qualification day, bro. It took me 4 or 5 tries. I think it was 4 tries to qualify, which has never happened to me before.
Yeah,
I'm
you're a crack
usually
shot.
a really good shot, and this was horrible, dude. I was doing terribly.
Huh.
I was just fucking miserable. I was so tired and just cranky.
You're getting mad. and
Yeah,
you're like,
I was
"Fuck."
getting mad. So, the rest of the one, and they also like to party all night long. The crew chiefs and the pilots and stuff, they all like to party all night after they get done shooting all night, because they don't really do the laborious parts. They just do the fun
Right.
parts, and then we have to handle all the laborious parts. So they come back, they drinking, they're partying.
Keep it in here.
And yeah, I was fucking miserable. I was getting super angry. I was just sad.
It's not helping you get better either.
No, it is not. But during my time to myself that I would have a little bit in the afternoons, I was reading this book I brought with me. I'm still reading it. I haven't had time since I came back, but it's called, I think it's just called Straight Edge and Radical Politics. Have you read that book?
Yeah, that's the book you recommended, or you said you were about to start reading it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's really good.
You said you were bringing it with you. How is it?
It's fantastic. Yeah, I got it from there. If you ever go to the punk rock flea market, there's always this anarchist publishing company that's there. I know you're gonna smile because it's silly. It is silly. It's like,
no, I'm just imagining a table of a plain brown table, no tablecloth, no
Dude,
signs.
Yeah, it is
just plain black and white signage.
Yeah. It is, and the guy who runs it he's always really cool, and he'll give you little discounts here and there and stuff. But all the books are there's a lot of books about punk rock and all this stuff. But then of course they have their anarchist, very radical political books and stuff.
Did he have the same jacket that you wear?
No, no. I'm assuming he was a vegan.
Okay, was he bald? Black glasses,
probably. Yeah,
Doc
something
Martens,
sort of like a shitty
boots,
kind of beard, kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's cool. I've seen him at all the punk rock flea markets and stuff.
How about the book though? Any more?
The book is fantastic because the book is written by somebody who grew up in, I want to say Sweden or Denmark. So they found American punk rock a little bit later. They grew up in the 80s, and they found straight edge music. They had, basically what happened to a lot of us, where I was I don't really want to do drugs and all that. And then you were oh, there's music about that too. It was kind of what happened with me and the Misfits. I was obsessed with horror movies, and then I found out there was a band like that. This kind of happened to this person, and they wrote about finding all these bands in the 80s and stuff, and then they moved to the US just to be a part of the scene, even though, and then they talk about they've always still felt like an outsider. And what's cool about the book is the intro is all about that, but the rest of the book is just a series of interviews that are taken from different zines and just all over the place. So it's not just this person's perspective. It's just the facts, just interviews. And
it's legit journalism.
I love books like that. It is. It's real journalism. And
sounds awesome. Actually.
If you ever read the book American Hardcore, I read it when I was a kid. They made a documentary about it and stuff. That book I loved because that was mostly interviews as well, and I loved that book so much.
Damn, I might have to find that book someday.
I own it. I'll just let you borrow it.
Oh,
You'll love it, dude. I went through that thing so fast. The documentary leaves out a lot of bands and that kind of shit, but you learn a ton about punk rock and the hardcore scene. I was obsessed when I was younger, so... but anyway, the book is great. It helped me not feel like shit all the time there.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah. Other than that, we carried these fucking 200-pound weapons cases every day too. So goddamn much. And I'm actually going to get into that and who you're working with.
Okay.
Segment.
We'll circle back.
But anyway, so what's been on your mind?
Well, speaking of books, actually,
yeah.
I just got 2 books given to me by friend of the pod, Dennis, who was on last week.
Oh, that guy. Hey, your flashlight's on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he gave me Jim Florentine's book, and he gave me one of Jim Norton's books. I'm curious
that's cool.
about both of them.
Jimmy Norton's funny.
He's very fucking funny. Love Jim. But I want to get into first, I want to start with this email that we got.
Let's get into this email. I'm excited to hear it.
We got our first legit email.
Okay.
And
our TikTok's been doing very well too.
Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah, we got 3,000 on one, but it's getting there.
Yeah, the videos are doing, the clips are doing great.
Yeah, so hilarious.
It prefaces, please leave this anonymous. So,
okay. So
Anonymous says, to preface, for years I was made to feel like I was not good enough, and I needed to develop myself more and more in order to move up from store level management into corporate level management.
Okay.
In the kindest way, possible, my leaders have essentially said you just couldn't hack it. In corporate management, I suppose.
Yeah,
as of the last few weeks, I've been working very closely with senior and even global leadership on a pretty big corporate scale. The culture shock makes me sick to my stomach. I would never trust any of these people to successfully run a retail store without holding their hand or being a fly on the wall. Interesting perspective.
Yikes.
Someone who was told they're not ready. Yeah. And they're like, you morons. The discrepancy of their expectations on the project versus the planning/communication within their organization on them, lack of delegation, even trickling down communication to the team on site, and not to mention complete lack of ownership and accountability when called out. It blows my mind.
That sounds like corporate.
The best I can sum it up is a lot of, well, actually, but no one actually knows the standard they're quoting. It's just the way they see the final
awesome.
product being.
Okay.
As for someone who's greener than the money in their bank accounts and literally figuring out what I need to do as I go, I feel betrayed. I always had this high expectation of what it would be like working in a fast, cutthroat environment, but I'm just going through the days face palming. Fair enough.
I can understand that. I'm
starting to think that my cousin Vinny is based on true events. This is a great email.
The Utes.
The only reason this project hasn't gone off the rails in the first few weeks was because of my foresight, strategy, and communication before getting to the site. So good on you, Anonymous.
It sounds like this person came into the company, into a company of a bunch of people who were barely scraping by, and now they're actually like making work happen, and nobody really wants to do it. Does that sound about right? Or am I reading that wrong?
Maybe I should get to the end of the email.
Oh, my bad. I thought you stopped.
I paused. I didn't stop.
Okay.
Maybe being bottom of the management barrel for so long has really given me the chops to shine in the last few weeks, or maybe my obnoxious preparation just met a really good opportunity. End rant. I also have a question, though. With all that said, do you think employers should take more chances on candidates with more real-world experience over just those with just a degree? Which holds more weight to you guys, Matt and Tommy? I would say 1,050% yes, they should take chances on people with real-world experience.
Oh, God, yeah. Degree means nothing to me.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Both of us, really. I got my job with no fucking degree.
Yeah, I mean, I have a really well-paying job, and I don't have a degree.
Fuck the pay. I'm talking straight up about people who can get shit done, I think.
Yeah. They always said, what I always hated in school was they always said, well, no, if you have a degree, that shows you can stick with something for 4 years. And I was like,
I don't like that.
I don't believe that in the least. That just shows me that you know how to do school projects. Like
not even projects.
You know how to do
schoolwork.
You know how to do schoolwork. Exactly. You know how to look good in the moment. That's what that shows me. And I hate people that look good in the moment. I like people. I like people. No, seriously, I hate people that do that. I always look for the people, because I'm always watching, especially in the Army, because you have so many shitbags. I'm always watching for the people that are consistently good, like that always show up and they do what they're supposed to do, and they don't just try to shine in front of the important people. And that's what the college degree says to me. It says, okay, for 4 years, I can do whatever the fuck I want as long as I get this done on time for this semester. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I'm running a marathon here, and if I'm running a business, I want you to run the marathon with me. I don't want you to just show up on Friday night and make a bunch of money.
Those are my notes.
Does that make... Yeah.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah.
And, like, I think my boss loves me because, like, I show up on fucking time.
Yeah.
And I'm reliable as fuck.
Yeah.
At my job, and I get my shit done.
That's the best kind of employee to be. What sucks is you'll get used and abused.
Perhaps by upper management, maybe. Yeah. And I can kind of smell that in upper management already. Mm-hmm. And, like, I'll get into this in a couple thoughts, but I like when I schmooze with them. Yeah. I do it, but I do it like professionally. Like, I do just as much as I have to while still keeping them at arm's length.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I want to feel like I'm accepted, but I don't really care to be in, if that makes sense.
That makes complete sense. Yeah, like, I do a similar thing. I actually, I don't schmooze at all. I don't even good old boys club it. I kind of just do my work and walk away from all that, because that happens a lot.
Like, I don't need to be invited out
Yeah,
for
exactly.
beers or whatever.
No, me
but
neither.
I definitely want to be on like a yo, like you're like, yo, Tommy, like personal basis
Oh,
of people.
sure, yeah, but I don't
In the
like
building.
to be invited out either.
Well, we know.
Yeah, I know. But
We know you ain't going.
Yeah, that's what they always say to me. They'll invite me places, and I go, no thanks. And they do. They know I'm not gonna go.
Well, at least they're inviting you, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's
Yeah.
not a well. That was a good ass email.
That was a really good email. Thank you, Anonymous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going through that shit.
Yeah.
Can I say something about it?
Please. What are your thoughts, Retail Pro?
So as someone who I hired 2 different stores, like 2 brands. And what I look for in people, especially if they're younger, because the Target I worked at was literally in Towson, right next to the colleges. So it's those kids don't want to fucking work.
Right.
End of story. They're just here to make a check. And that's fine.
I was like that.
But literally, retail shouldn't expect them to do anything but just what they're hired for.
Yeah.
Just because they're getting paid like $14 an hour
Yep.
for 3 days.
Right.
So that's like kind of stupid.
Before tax, by the way.
And literally, it's just, if they show, like, I used to get in trouble with my bosses because they'd be like, so-and-so was like 3 minutes late. And I'd be like, at least they showed up because
They came.
they came to work.
They
so
could stop doing that.
they didn't call out, and like the whole place didn't call out. So just take it, because they all don't like you.
Yeah, they definitely
All
don't.
those kids fucking
They don't
hate
think
you.
they don't think you're cool.
They don't think you're genuine or anything. So you should just be counting your blessings.
Yep.
So what do you think about like upper management's taking chances on people rather than just the
The degree.
right.
I mean, if you're looking at someone's resume and they're at, say, like, they didn't go to school, but their resume is just showing, like, long periods of time at different jobs.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same fucking thing?
Oh, most certainly.
It really is at the end of the day.
Because, like, it's like, I worked at Chili's for 5 years, and then I worked at H&M for 5 years, so it's like, and I grew with the company, and at Chili's I did everything besides serve and cook and manage.
So that means you learned things like not only cleanliness, punctuality, you learned skills, you learned people skills, you had interactions with customers on a daily basis.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all the fucking shit in between, all mixed in for 5 years, multiplied. So, and then like, same thing at H&M. Right?
Yeah, and it's just like with retail, like when you're like schmoozing with the people in corporate, they're not doing the dirty work. They're just collecting the checks. So it's
Right.
like you can't really expect them to do anything because they're like, well, I'm just running the company. Great.
I'm
But,
just
like,
in my office. Don't fucking bother me at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
and it's just like one of those things. They're not going to do the dirty work. They're going to expect you to do the dirty work.
Sure. Yeah.
So just don't get too comfortable in those type of situations because you don't
Yeah.
know what they're saying when you're leaving.
Yeah, always be guarded.
Yeah.
Just be smart.
Just be kind, be civil,
Yeah. That's
clock in, clock out. If they do invite you to things, do it at your own risk, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, I was about to say. Typically, I would just say don't go.
I
Because
would
you'll get schmoozed in. I see it all the time.
I would not go, but I have gone to things I was invited at work, and it just makes more often than not, it just makes your relationship with your team better.
Yeah, and that's the other thing because it's like
Yeah.
it's different when you're dealing with corporate and then dealing with like your store team because you're around your store team all the time.
Right.
So it's like the corporate people, like
They may as well be aliens.
they're just there.
Yeah, they're there,
They
but,
serve no purpose besides to
They're
make
there.
you nervous when they walk into the building.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
and they already shouldn't do that.
But
So
you
fuck
know,
them twice.
but yeah, just be careful in that little journey of yours.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You have any funny plates this week?
I have a really funny bumper sticker.
Okay, I have a couple too.
The only plate I saw this week was one that just said poets. I thought that was weird, but
Okay.
but I do have a really fucking funny bumper sticker.
I got a couple. You start.
All right, let me get into my notes here because I don't have it memorized. I sort of do. Okay, it said Biden, Harris, pee pads and knee pads. I don't know. It made me laugh.
Let's see. That means one of them sucking
Right.
dick.
Right,
And
the
one
other
of them
one
is an
needs a
old man.
diper. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. It cracked me up. 'Cause
I've got-
it's
I've
so
got-
extreme.
Yeah, I've got 3. One of them was the Aldi logo,
Yeah.
but it says Aldi's nuts.
Yeah, right. I say that every time somebody says they shop at Aldi's.
I'm gonna find you one of those.
Oh my
then.
god, bro! I got somebody yesterday so good.
You got
He was talking
someone with
about
a classic D's nuts.
It was better.
Okay.
He was talking about like a chemical compound or something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever heard of Diendas?" And he was like, "Diendas," and I was like, "The end of the stick." The whole fucking room started laughing.
Oh,
But-
the next one's good. I love this one.
All right. This sticker said LGBT,
Uh-huh.
and it had the silhouette of the Statue of Liberty,
Oh god.
a gun,
Oh my
a beer,
beer
and Donnie T.
and Trump.
Liberty, guns, beers, Trump.
There you go. That's a fun. Yeah, you're a real
That was-
dangerous. You don't want to be messed with, huh?
That was a real
wild
gem.
Yeah, I love those fucking.
And the other one was just like these keep honking. Bumper stickers keep popping up lately, and they're just awesome. Keep honking. I'm listening to International Players Anthem. Parentheses. I Choose You by UGK featuring Outkast.
Can I say which one we saw on the way here today?
Which one?
Yeah,
So we were following.
you can say whatever you want.
This
I
SUV,
we couldn't take pics because it was raining like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
but we were following this SUV, and I look up, and it literally just has a tiara, and it just says "Deep Throat Queen" right smack dab on the fucking back of
pretty
the car.
cool.
I was like, "Whoa, I want to shake their hand. That's great."
No,
was
you
like-
might not want to shake their hand. Actually,
No,
it's covered in cum.
they'll shake your
okay.
hand with their. It sounds like they'll shake your hand with their mouth.
But
That's how we're greeting
Good
my
for them.
household.
They had stickers like "I love adult films" and like
The way you just said, "Oh, that's okay," was so fucking funny. I wish I had that videotape. Oh, I guess we do, but like, I don't. Was that funny to anybody?
I missed it. I
So
had
that's
to.
okay. It was so kind.
We'll bring it back. Now, you said Poets was the only one.
Poets. Yeah, I know.
I'd be doing this for him while we're driving. I'll be like, if I don't take a photo of it, he's gonna forget.
Yeah.
Well-
I just go. I do a Siri make a note and then I just say it.
Well, sometimes I have her in the car, and I'll say, "Get
Oh,
a pic of that."
You're like a real Siri.
Yeah,
You're a Siri that fucks. What's that?
rock and roll.
Yeah.
I saw.
Was that a cool joke, everybody?
Was it? I saw F sharp. Just F sharp.
That's their favorite note.
Tommy 2.
Oh,
So
like you.
somebody's copying me out there.
Tommy too.
I saw. I drove behind.
Tommy 2 Streets. Maybe somebody else has
Fuck.
it. Because Tommy's from the streets.
That's
Aw.
that's
I'm-
what's alleged.
Dude, I'm
Me and-
thinking.
I drove behind somebody who was driving so fucking slow, and their license plate said comic.
Oh God, that's nothing funny about that.
No.
They're not funny. The bit's bad.
And
We'll use a turn signal.
I
Jerry
saw
Seinfeld.
I saw a Tesla whose something about Teslas recently.
They love vanity plates.
They love vanity
They
plates.
just love people looking at them.
That must be
What does that say? Gigawatt?
gigawatt.
What does that mean?
Gigawatt?
It's from.
I think it's gigawatt.
It's gigawatt. It's from Back to the Future.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
nerds.
right. I forgot.
There's only enough power to fucking fuck. I
Who
wrote them
cares? They're a bunch of nerds.
anyway. And the
Let's pants them.
the last one I have is you, me, and God.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of God ones now.
They love God.
Letter U, MENGOD. Very good.
You, me, and God.
Yeah, that's all there is at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you know.
Let's get into. Oh, So we went to the movies last night.
Oh my god, same.
Oh, really? What'd you see? Oh, Barbarian,
Saw
right?
Barbarian.
Oh, because we saw Pearl.
We
we
saw that
need to go.
too.
I know
Yep.
you guys saw Pearl. We're gonna go see Barbarian next. Which movies were you guys at?
We were in freaking New Jersey.
Oh,
we,
you were in
we were
Jersey.
in South Jersey.
Oh,
Let's talk
for
about
what?
fucking Pearl.
Well, hold on. This is before we went into the theater. So, being in the Army, you have to be able to go to the bathroom like wherever, whenever kind of thing. So, there's only 2 urinals in this bathroom. And one guy's already at the other urinal and he hasn't peed yet. And I walk up to the urinal right next to him. And there's only, because I was like, there's only 2.
There's only 2,
And mine's
okay.
the little kid urinal, so it's all the way to like the ground.
Yeah.
And I just start peeing because I can pee wherever. I swear to God, this guy didn't pee. Like, I think he just got too nervous because he was
He's
like, he's
shy.
trying, and then he just didn't. I bet you he walked to another bathroom.
Well, in
Did
his
you just throw away the thing I was playing with?
yes, I did, because it crinkles. In his
Fine,
defense,
I'll play with this.
sometimes you can't just go. It's hard.
Yeah, not for me.
I
I'm
have
not a
that.
shy
I have
peer.
that problem. I'm not a
Really?
shy peer. Sometimes I can't get it to get started.
You might have
or
prostate problems.
Maybe I'm afraid.
I've talked about it.
Or maybe, or
You're
some.
just shy guy.
Sometimes I'll have to like lean, like really far over the toilet, like against the
Lean.
wall.
Oh yeah.
To get like the right angle.
I see.
I think it's a prostate problem,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of nervous about
Does
it.
does your butt hurt?
No.
No, it's probably not a prostate problem. When I had my prostate infection, I think I've probably talked about this on almost every episode. It felt like needles, like bouncing around from my wiener to my butt all the time. Like no matter what I did, there was needles in there.
you
had a
just got
wiener
some
full of needles.
Christmas needles, just left over.
Like from the tree?
Yeah.
Ooh, I was like, what?
Christmas
Oh,
needles. Just really colorful heroin needles.
Ay.
And then I talked about everything else.
We didn't even start talking about Pearl yet. What the
Okay,
fuck?
let's talk
Well-
about Pearl. I mean,
Guys,
All right.
hold
It's
on.
not
We're
a
gonna
movie
mark
podcast,
here.
but we just saw it.
yeah.
Spoilers alert if we're talking
Oh,
about it.
she's right. It is still a new movie, so if you
Oh,
haven't seen
yeah.
it yet and you want to see Pearl, stop listening
we
in
really gonna-
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are we really about to spoil it?
Whatever.
They're listening at their
I
own
gave
risk.
fair warning.
I really only have a couple things to say about it. I
Yeah.
thought it was an amazing film.
Okay.
I thought the title card sequences alone were fantastic, and all the vignettes, the smile at the end. I guess we will spoil it. The smile at the end.
Dude,
Acting.
Was
Real
it-
acting.
Yeah, she's amazing.
how about that like 20-minute monologue she had when she was sitting across
Yeah,
the table from the girl?
I thought that was cool. I don't know why everyone's making a big deal about that. I mean, it was cool, but I keep seeing that pop up in like horror news and stuff. I'm like,
It was like-
I mean, it
it was
a
like
monologue.
20 minutes uninterrupted. It was
I
impressive.
think it was 9 minutes, but yeah,
It felt long.
Felt like a century.
It did. It felt really long.
yeah. I
a lot
thought
of
it was
dialogue.
great. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I thought it was a fantastic movie. I'll say, I don't think it's as rewatchable as X.
Yep. I can see that.
Or just in general right now, a lot of horror that's coming out to me is not rewatchable, and I'm hoping that's not a nostalgia thing. I don't think it is, but like also like all the Friday the 13th films, like I can always watch those.
Yeah, sure.
Or like The Thing, the 1981 The
I can
Thing.
always watch
I
that
can
movie.
always watch that movie, but like Pearl is sort of like an offshoot movie that's wonderful to see in the theater.
I totally
but
agree.
Like I don't need to watch that next year.
Yeah.
But like Pacific Rim, I watch that every couple years, and that's a newer-esque film. We saw another movie recently that I could watch over and over again. I can't think of it, but anyway, Pearl was fantastic.
ruled.
I think it was cool. First of all, Ty West, you're the man. If you ever listen to this podcast, because you're from Wilmington, first of all, which is rad, and I've seen all of his movies, every one of his movies, and I'm a big fan.
Do you remember the scene where she's waiting for her turn at the audition
Yeah,
and the girl goes, "Switch with me. I'm too nervous. I can't go."
yeah.
And they stared at each other. It was only for like a couple beats, but that like anticipation of them both like
Yeah.
looking at each other trying to figure it out, I was like, that rocked my world for a second.
It was a perfect film. Now, you stayed after the credits, right?
How?
Are you fucking... You guys didn't stay after the credits?
After the whole smiling
The
thing?
whole credits.
No.
Nah,
Oh my!
There's a post-credit scene.
Yes,
I'll look it
I
up.
don't know why people left. There was only us and one other couple that stayed. I was like, I don't know why anybody would leave. That's how we saw Pearl.
You know
like
what,
the preview
man?
for Pearl.
I'm fucking sick of post-credit scenes.
Do you want me to tell you what it is? Or
Yeah,
no?
you can tell me.
Because I had to Google the fucking
It
X
said,
one.
so it was California in 1985, and it was a shitty VHS camera, a shitty video camera, and it was zooming out on giant letters like the Hollywood sign, except it said Maxine, but with XXX. Now Maxine
Is from X. Yeah.
X.
Yeah, the girl.
And so it's showing that she's like now a famous porn star in the 80s, and the music that was playing was you're my obsession, you're my
Okay.
you want it to be, yeah. And it was fucking rad, and me and Liz got so excited because
That makes me
we
wanna
were
see
huge
that.
like synthwave and 80s fans and stuff. Did I talk about this on the show? I got Liz into Miami Vice now. She watches it
Yeah.
with me because I love Miami Vice.
Yeah.
So we were really excited about that. But my God, also hands off to or applause goes to Mia Goth for also
Absolutely.
She's
not
do you
only an
know
amazing-
She's British.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I didn't
She's
realize
fucking
that.
British, dude.
She's got a cool name. She wrote the film with Ty West, which reminds me of like Uma Thurman and Quentin Tarantino writing Kill Bill together, because they wrote that together.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know
they
that.
did.
Yeah, when you watch the film, it says written by Q and U. That's Quentin and Uma. Yeah, it's really cool. So I was really digging that, and I'm excited to see Maxine now.
Yeah.
and I can't wait, dude.
So
I got
that's like a
chills
little
thinking about it.
setup. I know you just
It
told me
is.
that, and I was like, "Whoa, can't wait."
Dude,
So
it looks
cool.
really cool.
Also, it gave a lot of context to X because I liked X.
Yeah,
but
I remember you
loved
saying
Pearl.
See, and I guess I loved both of them. Like, I'm gonna buy them when they come out. I think I'm hoping it comes out as a trilogy, and I can just like buy a box set or whatever. But I would say I'll definitely watch X again. I probably won't watch Pearl for like another 10 years, something like that.
I don't know about 10, but I'm not going to rush to watch it again either.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Yeah, fantastic film.
It's like Avatar. Like, that was great to experience once, and you never have to do it again.
See, I hated Avatar. That's so funny. People
could've
loved
skipped.
that movie.
I know.
I watched it and I was like, this is the worst piece of shit I think I've ever seen. It's literally just Pocahontas, but way more annoying.
And longer.
And
Yeah.
like forever.
And blue.
It's a long, yeah. Like the sequel's coming out and everybody's like fucking Jaying their D's to it, and I
don't care.
like, I don't
And I'm
care.
just like, if I have to sit another 3 hours watching all the CGI, I'd rather just watch cartoons.
I'd rather just play a video game.
Yep.
I can't stand CGI, and I'm so glad Ty West is all about practical effects. And like, dude, that dismemberment scene was incredible.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it because it wasn't gory at all the whole movie, and I was
I
expecting
know.
it to be.
That's why it worked so well,
Mm-hmm.
because he only had one real gore scene in the film, and I don't think every movie should do that. It seems like a lot of the A24 movies, it's like they're all about build-up, and I kind of can't stand that. Yeah. The only films that works with, like, it worked with Pearl, it worked with The Witch, The Witch
was good.
That's what we were talking about. The Witch is very rewatchable because there's little things you miss in it. Because it's maybe also because it's in Old English and it's kind of hard to, like, you have to
Actually watch.
really
You
pay
have to
attention
dissect
to it.
what they're
I had
saying.
to watch it twice, but I loved it the first time I saw it, and I was like, I think I missed something, so I went back and I watched it again, and it was great. I have to do that again with Hereditary.
Me too, I
I
think.
don't
Because
need to see that movie ever again.
Because Hereditary didn't really do it for me the first time I saw it, and I need
Yeah.
to go back and watch it. And everybody was obsessed with that film.
It must
and then
be
they
good.
loved Midsummer, and I was like,
Midsummer, I get.
I liked it more in the theater, but maybe, like you said, maybe I need to see it
liked
again.
Midsummer once again. Is like I liked Midsummer, in the theater. I just don't care about it as a movie. Like, it's been done before. I would say he probably did it the best. Like, I think Midsummer is much better than Wicker Man, like the original Wicker Man. But it just brings me back to the Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like those two movies, I think we both saw them together.
Oh, Hereditary and
Yeah,
Midsummer.
and Like,
Ari Aster.
The end of Hereditary, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I hated the end the first time.
I didn't like it either. And Liz, so my wife is obsessed with, mythological stuff or just anything, the history of witches or
Yeah.
different gods, and she knows all that.
I hate
so,
to say, but the occult.
Yeah.
she is, but not just the occult. I would say she's so well versed in like Greek mythology. Like
Okay.
she loved The Lighthouse, and I hated The Lighthouse.
I still haven't seen it.
thought that was a real piece of shit film, and she loved it, and I was like, why? She explained to me that it's the story of this Greek god in reality and all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, but that doesn't make it a good film to me. Did you guys see Men?
No, I'm not interested in seeing it because
He doesn't like men.
I can't understand what it's about.
Who made it?
It's another A24 film. I can't remember the filmmaker's name at the moment. It's a really incredible film, but I hated the ending. It was another one of those build-up movies, and I gotta say they did it really well, but the ending could have been 100 times better, and it would have made Liz and I discussed that movie for like 2 days afterwards, and now I can't remember what we came up with.
Alex Garland.
Oh, it's an
directed
Alex
it.
Garland film? Okay, got it.
I still can't tell what it's about, so I can't care.
Well, we can literally watch it and we can
Is
observe.
it still in theater or is it out now?
No, it's streaming. It's streaming.
definitely streaming.
Yeah. You guys should definitely check it out. It's a cool movie visually. The ending was stupid. I'm just gonna be real with you, and it's a long ending. It's like a Return of the King ending. Like if you've ever seen Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, where there's like 3 endings, and that was annoying about it because up to that point, it was really a great film, and it has a lot of context within it that's really important, I think, to filmmaking and like to just society in general. But it missed the mark on the end there. But it still told the story. My point of this was it told the story of this folk horror of this god that Liz knew all about. I think it's Green Man or something like. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Green Man, not like Charlie Day, but like Green Man, or Liz would know. But she was like, "Oh, I love that." But then we were both like pissed about the ending. But anyway, Pearl was great. I'm excited for Maxine. I can't believe you guys didn't stay past the credits. That's wild.
Did you see Barbarian yet?
No, we're going to.
Next week or sometime soon we'll unpack Barbarian too. I liked it a lot.
What a wild ride.
It was good.
It was real good.
Okay, good.
It was real fun too. It was good.
I'm excited for it.
It was not just a fun experience.
It's horror related, right? I mean, it is a horror movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I won't ruin anything.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it was definitely
Not the listeners though.
So, what the trailer gives you, I wasn't sure what the movie was about.
Right.
Just because I was like, well, what I know from the trailer, it's like they get stuck in the same house and then something happens, but it's just like it doesn't really give you anything.
Yeah.
Now
And-
having seen it, I think that's all you need to go into the movie with.
Yeah, because then like the second
great trailer, by the way.
The second,
That's what I like about
I
a
think it was
trailer.
like 25 minutes in when things started to kind of come about. I was just
Yep,
like,
I'd
what the
say.
fuck?
Act 1 was definitely over. I'll say that.
So that is a thing. I mean, I know this is not a movie podcast, but trailers right now are fucking trash. Like, there's a new Shyamalan movie coming out that I actually was really excited for when I saw the first 20 seconds of the trailer, and then the rest of the movie showed the entire movie. It's called Knock at the Front Door, I think. It still looks cool. I do want to see it because I like Shyamalan films. I mean, as much as people shit on him,
Unrelated, I learned that one of my friends is his personal accountant.
that's really cool.
Very
I mean,
strange.
he lives near kind of like where my mom lives.
Yeah. Keep going though. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Old was fantastic, I thought. It reminded me of just like an old Twilight Zone episode, and I love old, yeah.
No, I'm just thinking one of my favorite drag queens because they always joke they're like hi old or hi bald, and in the live thing that we saw of them, they Katya literally had a poster that just had the old poster. That's why I'm laughing because she's old.
Have you seen the drag queen that comes out as the girl from The Ring? and she makes the chicken come out of her dress and everything. No, I'm assuming not.
Lord of the Rings is not my bag.
What?
I said the Lord of the Rings is not my bag.
No, the girl from The Ring.
Oh, wait, I have seen that.
Yeah, where she lets her hair down and it all like powder comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You don't like Lord of the
drag
Rings.
one.
Yeah, it's just not my bag.
That's wild. I thought you would really dig it because that new Lord of the Rings series is fantastic.
Everybody keeps saying that. It must be good.
It's very good, and I don't like
happy for
TV
y'all.
shows.
That's great.
I'm still gonna
I love fantasy stuff.
I'm still gonna try and get through Seinfeld.
Hey, are you gonna? Really, you're still getting through it?
Yeah, I'm on season 4.
Oh man, it's just starting to get really good.
That's what everybody says.
Have you met the dentist yet?
I don't think
Tim
so.
Watley, played by Bryan Cranston.
No.
That's like where he got like his start. It's so funny.
Let's get into more stuff.
Well, I wanted to talk about. You have something written up there about weddings. I already talked about the pee.
Got into stickers. What?
I got a poop coming that it's gonna be a antibiotics poop. So
sorry
we gotta get moving.
Yeah. What's next on your docket? Or last? Or what's next? What haven't we covered for you yet?
I'm covered.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to talk about weddings.
So we were at a wedding a couple weekends ago, and
sound cut out.
Weddings keep coming up on this pod.
I fucking hate weddings, bro.
This wedding was great
It
because
was so chill, dude.
Oh,
I was
good.
a bridesmaid, didn't have like any responsibility. It was gross.
Fantastic.
the ceremony was 30 seconds.
Oh, that's
It's probably
great.
like 2 minutes, and the
All
guy was
said and
just
done.
like, "Yeah, like now kiss her, I guess."
He was like, "You promise? How about you? You promise too?" And they're like, "Yep." He's like, "Kiss her. Let's go." And that's pretty much it.
It was
Rad.
dope.
That's
So-
cool. Then would you guys just party afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So, but we're at the ceremony. Everybody was dressed really well. Like
Yeah.
the person whose wedding it was, I wouldn't say it was like, I mean, it was like fall-y, kind of gothy.
She's witchy. Like all of our bridesmaid stuff said banshee on it.
That's cool.
So and our necklaces for the wedding said banshee. Like she's super, like she's a little bit older than me. I mean, they were all a little bit older than me, which is fine.
So but the dress code
Was that okay with you?
Yeah.
The dress code was like everybody was dressed really well except for one fucking guy. Did you notice this guy?
What, did he come in sweatpants or something?
I
He
wish
had
it was
fucking
me.
jeans on.
Yeah, jeans.
And one of those like Henley like long sleeve shirts with the buttons unbuttoned and fucking bead necklace.
Get the fuck out of here.
He was just vibing.
Did he just come from a Dave Matthews Band concert?
You would fucking think.
I didn't notice him, but I
there's-
guess because he wasn't stylish.
I did.
Throw some mayor on. Hey man,
There's always that one fucking guy.
They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
So true.
He looked like a sub for Counting Crows.
Yeah.
Now that you say
I think
that.
they made that joke on It's Always Sunny.
But I don't know who that is.
That's where I got that from.
But the officiant of her wedding is actually an ink master tattoo artist.
Yeah, he's good.
He's on there right now.
Really?
Yeah.
And is there anything that's more annoying
Than Ink Master? No, there's not.
than people who are overly excited about their own wedding?
There's more annoying things than that, but
Actually, it was pretty chill
I am
about our wedding.
highly annoyed
Right.
at just weddings in general.
I'm talking about the people who post about their upcoming wedding for like a year before.
Oh, fuck
The
those
wedding.
people.
They on a weekly basis they're posting about it, and then the closer it gets, it's a daily basis. 12,
I get to marry the love of my life.
12 days until I get to marry my best friend.
Oh my god.
Looking at the location today,
I feel like those are the
Like-
people that like the wedding saved the
God.
relationship.
And which it probably won't
It
save
won't,
it later.
no.
I'm
How is their relationship though? Are they good?
Oh yeah, her and Dale.
Ashley and Dale are
lovers.
great.
Oh, good.
They're fucking awesome together.
Well, let's
Yeah,
hope.
that's bestie.
And honestly, the person I'm talking about has a good relationship too. But I'm fucking tired of I'm so sick of it. I know the wedding's coming. No one's going. Only the people you invited are going. Like, just enough.
We get it. You have friends.
We get it.
Are you not into marriage?
It's not like a thing I need, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Hi.
You're kind of the same way.
I could go
right?
either way.
Yeah.
I could really go either way.
See, I
because
always wanted to be married.
my parents did it without being married.
Right.
So I believe there's both.
And then my parents were married for like a little bit, and then they split before they had me. So it was like, I think I always wanted like a normal, like,
You wanted a
wife
foundation
and
kind of
kids and
sort of.
yeah, everything, yeah. So
No, let's get out of the weeds here.
Let's get the
Let's get
wedding
into
zone.
work shit.
well, I guess I'll start off by saying who I'm working with.
Yeah.
So in the Army, we have like I think I've talked about it on here. We have like a phrase called shamming, where it's basically,
ShamWow.
yeah, it's where you avoid work. We call it shamming. And for people that are the rank of specialist, it's like a shield looking rank. And we call it like the sham shield, or some people will call it like samurai warriors. And there's a bunch of dumb little like stupid Army jokes in there. But
Sure.
they know they're the best at shamming out of work. Like they figure out ways to hide or whatever.
Specialists.
Yeah. So I'm sick of the shammers. Like,
It's shamas.
yeah, shamas.
Only they can call themselves.
Oh, Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry. Keep going.
So like I said, okay, so I'm about 140 pounds, and it took years for me to get up to this weight. I've worked
I didn't
out.
know you were that high. Congrats.
Thank you. I've worked out like a motherfucker to get up to that weight. Like, I work out like crazy every day.
Every day he works. out.
So, and I've been like, so, I'm carrying these 200-pound fucking weapons cases while I'm watching these other like bigger guys just stand around. And this one sergeant
That
made a
makes me
joke about
fucking
it
sick.
every time. And like, I like to show the lower enlisted guys, I'm there with you. Like, I'm your sergeant. Like, you have to respect what I say, but I'm also going to do the dirty job with you. The same
I'm still
thing,
in the shit with
exactly.
you. Yeah.
And I like to show them that I'm always there with you. I will never ask you to do something I won't do. And
Bingo.
a lot of the other sergeants
Don't do that.
don't do that. There is a thing, like, you're supposed to be able to delegate work to people,
Yeah.
But
you can't just stand there, or the other people will resent you. Today,
absolutely,
Today,
I don't respect anybody who doesn't do what I do.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
and they're telling me how to do it.
exactly.
Fuck you.
Exactly, and that goes with anything. That we used to talk about it. I've talked about it here before. Like, my band, like, a guy. One time we were playing a show, and this guy, and we got done playing, and we killed it. Audience loved it or whatever. And this guy, who was much older than me, playing. This was in my days in like my rockabilly band, and he was like putting his arm around me. He's like, "Hey, look, man, what you should be doing is this, this, and this."
Yeah.
And I said, "We're playing the same place." I never understood why anybody would try to give somebody advice if you guys are doing the same thing. Like, that also bothers me.
Yeah, you're like-
it's not like I'm playing some shithole and this guy's playing Taj Mahal and being like, "Hey, you know what I did to get here? I did this, this, and this." No, we're playing the exact same shitty place.
He should be so lucky.
Exactly. So that always bothered me too. So if before you give somebody advice, make sure you're willing to do that. I don't know.
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. When I worked at Target, my one person that was above me and my friend that just got married,
Oh yeah.
she didn't
That's
want
right,
our
yeah.
employees, like, she didn't want us to work with the employees, like, for, like, floor sets and stuff. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
And,
They're 18-year-olds getting paid $14 an hour who might show up.
yeah, so,
So
it's
it's like-
like, I would rather do it with them so I know it's getting done.
Yeah.
And we're on schedule for the
Mm-hmm.
week. But she's like, no, just like walk around, just make sure they're doing it. And I'm like, why would I waste my day like that when I could be doing the work too?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting paid to work.
And
Right.
the shit could get done right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have to come back around and be
Right.
like, oh, this looks
You don't.
like shit.
You don't have to do it for them, but do it with them, alongside of them.
Absolutely.
That's how a good king should lead. Not.
Yeah. As a supervisor, like, I was always working with my employees
Yeah.
so I could get to know them and they could
Exactly.
trust me or whatever.
Yep.
But
To which I say, go off, King.
thanks, King. Yeah, but that's just fucking stupid, and I don't like it, and I don't respect it either.
No, I.
If you're sitting in an office and then you're telling me do a bunch of I'm like, you fucking do it.
Oh,
Get your
dude.
ass up and you do it.
We were tasked with cleaning our work area today, and I always take the dirtiest job because I'm like if I do this, everyone will leave me alone so I can do this and make sure because I was like, all right, I'll clean the bathrooms. I took 2 guys that I knew would do the work with me and not complain, and we got it done. We got it done right. And I'm watching, and then there was other shit that needed to get done. So I'm like, hey, now we're gonna go help them do this other shit. These guys didn't complain; they were great. But the guys that were also at my level were just standing around, not doing anything, not helping, not offering to help, not even feeling bad about it. They were just bullshitting, like talking.
Sure.
And then they're pulling some of the other lower enlisted guys to do it with them, to just bullshit.
Are they feeling upward? Is that one of are those type of guys?
One, yeah.
Feeling upwards,
I
yes.
think so. Because I just learned that term this week. It's funny you say that.
It's a big thing in the military.
It's big in retail.
It's
and
big in
church,
any
big everywhere.
institution. Yes,
corporations.
They are really good. Back to schmoozing.
Yeah.
These
schmoozers,
people
yeah.
are fucking schmoozers, dude. They know how to look right at the right time. You know what they do? Seinfeld, where George Costanza, he says he makes the joke. Well, not the joke, but he says, if I look really upset at work when my boss walks around, it'll seem like I'm really busy. And these guys do that, and it bothers the shit out of me. Yeah, instead of just doing your job. Anyway, that's who I'm working with. Who are you working with?
Only a couple things this week.
Old people Panera? What is that?
Panera sounds so good right now.
Oh my
Don't
god,
play with me.
I'm so hungry.
I was driving by, and there were, as we've talked about before, people waiting outside of the location before it's open. So I was on my way to work at 6. I was almost there, and it was like 6:57.
Okay.
And I guess Panera opens at 7, and they had like their walkers and their fucking they had their little stools, and they were sitting like waiting. And I'm like, what are you waiting for? You're just gonna have the same food in there that you would have at your fucking home that you just came from. Dude, Panera sucks, dude.
What?
Panera fucking blows.
Panera does not blow.
I'm
Panera's
anti-Panera.
great. Oh, well, you're crazy.
Fuck Panera. Panera sucks.
Panera fucks you.
Panera
with
is
a baguette.
Panera is expensive hospital food.
Hey.
It is.
Sometimes
It
it
kind of
hits.
is. Yeah, Panera's good. They used to do this noodle soup. This it was amazing. Anyway,
I think they call it macaroni and cheese.
No.
Their mac and cheese is like fine. I like it. I like it better than Wawa's mac and cheese, if I'm being honest.
Fucking
I
Wawa's mac and cheese.
have a horrible surprise for you.
What?
It's the same company.
It's got to be.
But why is it more cheesy and more like...
It's Stouffer's.
Is it Stouffer's?
Oh, I
it's
love
not
Stouffer's.
Stouffer's.
If it's Stouffer's,
it is
that's
not
bomb.
fucking Stouffer's.
It's essentially Stouffer's.
It's not essentially. Well, okay.
And
Anything's
Panera's is
essentially
a
Stouffer's.
sharp cheddar.
Okay.
That's
I'll
why
still eat
you
it.
might like it a little more.
We're gonna get daily veg tonight.
Good for you.
Have you guys
In
ever
Pike
eat
Creek,
there?
yeah.
Yeah, we eat there like all the time. It's so expensive, but it's so good.
It is. Yeah,
It's
it is like $13,
It's
$14 a person.
It's
yeah.
fine. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. And then, let's see. Have you ever had to leave a message, and
Never.
it sounds clearly like the person who's leaving the message had their phone on speakerphone because their voice sounds like this?
Yeah. Yeah. What is that?
Laziness. They don't even want to pick up their phone to make their voicemail.
Yeah.
It's like press 1 to record, and they're like standing. They're probably
I've
like,
never seen a 1 in my life.
Words like this for the phone's way too close.
No, it's too far.
I
like
get them
this.
always. Yeah. Always a Sunday.
Oh, well, for how much time I spend on the phone, it's all fucking.
You know what I don't
bullshit.
like about this thing? It's gonna chap my lips. I can already tell.
Gotta
Then
put
don't
some
put it on your
chapsticks
lips,
on.
dummy.
I'm not.
Talk a-
except for I am.
Except for right now.
I can't help it. My lips
And
need
last
to be caressed.
last thing for me, like, have you worked with somebody who have you ever worked in close enough proximity to somebody who,
Has bad breath.
like, if you're at a desk and you could practically turn and touch them, and instead of like saying something to you, they'll send you an email.
Oh, we don't do that in my job. But yeah,
Dude,
that could be dumb.
like, as something as simple as like a thank you. Like, what's the point of the?
I'm right here.
We can practically touch each other.
I would have literally
just say
emailed
thank
them
you.
back and been like, hey, you can talk to me. Like, I am a person. Like, I'm real.
I don't want to put that in writing, but I will probably address it sometime.
Well, that also brings me to another point. Do you also work with people that do touch you?
No,
like
thank God.
if they come up, they always have like their hand on your back.
No,
real
thank
quick,
God.
like, hey, real quick, and then they like touch your back. That's
Nope.
always fucking weird. So there's a female in my unit that people just seem to not have a care in their mind about like touching. It's really fucking weird. Like so she'll complain about something, and in my head I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I'll see it live action, and I'm like, holy shit!
Like, not good touching.
Just weird stuff.
Like, what do you mean weird stuff?
So, like, okay, I'll say somebody came up to her one time while her and I were walking, and they go, "You missed a belt loop." Grabbed her belt loop and just did like one of these.
I would have been like, don't fucking touch me.
I'm
Don't
dead
ever
fucking
touch
serious.
me again.
But this person was like a higher ranking individual, and I don't think they meant it weird.
but that's fucking
but
weird.
it was strange because I was like,
Just don't touch people.
Would they have done that to me? I don't think so.
Nope.
Maybe.
But I don't think so.
But yeah, that's fucking
Unlikely.
weird. And I would have been like, why are you touching me right now?
Yeah.
Because like that shit, like.
But she has a theory because she thinks what did she say? We should have her on the podcast. She's well, I'll tell you off who it is because you'll think it's funny. But she has this theory is because she says she's not beautiful, but she's not ugly.
She's ugly gorgeous, like what Patrice says.
She's right in the middle, so people feel the need, or not feel the need, people feel as though they can say or do whatever they want around her.
She's a good-looking ugly broad,
Yeah. No, but
or
it's probably
ugly good-looking broad.
So it's like is she like one of the like few females?
Yeah, there's not that many. And,
so
yeah,
obviously, like I'm assuming she has her hair up.
well, yeah, you have to have it like up and back.
Obviously, like, I mean, I look like a woman, but I'm like, if I'm surrounded by guys, they're gonna just treat me normally. But like sometimes, like guys don't, like it doesn't register because I don't fucking know. But they'll just like start like being weird.
Yeah,
Like uncomfortable weird?
Yeah.
Like they get uncomfortable, so they're trying to performatively be different or something?
Like I think they don't know, like obviously like a lot of guys, especially younger guys, they don't know how to like feel their feelings. So they're uncomfortable, so they're kind of like trying to like make up for it or something. And
I could see that. Yeah.
but since she's like one of the few females, maybe they're not around females and they're like, whoa, this is different or something. I don't know. But,
whoa.
but obviously if like some guy that I worked with, and I mean I work from home, so it's never gonna happen, but if it wasn't Tom or someone that I actually fucking knew like
Yeah.
I would have been like, get the fuck off me.
Well, they know this person, but it's still
It's weird.
there's
Only
Especially if she's, like,
tangentially.
females in the military. See, I would love to have her on the podcast so she could talk about her experience in the
Schedule
military.
it. Let's do that.
I'll actually try. Yeah, she'll be super nervous. She's not a public speaker person, but I'll see if I can get her on.
Neither am I, and look at us now.
That's true. Yeah. All right.
That's pretty much it for this week.
Yeah, it's been a wild fucking crazy couple crazy weeks for me. I'm tired.
We're gonna get you the care you need.
I hope so.
You need
We're gonna
to
get you
sleep.
some rest.
I'm trying. I gotta wake up at 5 again tomorrow. I'm still work. It's
should go to bed
24
at,
days
like,
of work
8.
straight because of our schedule.
Is it
I'm
almost over?
This Thursday will be the last day of work. Yeah, and then I get to go see my doctor, or my ENT.
Get to see me.
I get. Are you coming over Thursday?
We can schedule it.
No, that's fine. I just want to know. And then I have a 4-day weekend. Thank God.
Me
Friday.
too. It's my birthday weekend.
Oh shit. Well, you guys are gonna be out of town, right?
I don't know.
'Cause
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll invite you to something really cool if you would actually want to do it.
Let's talk off the pod.
No, we're going to Field of Screams on Friday night. You guys are
Oh.
welcome to come, but we already bought tickets.
We have that oddities thing for Sienna.
Right. Okay.
You guys are going to Oddity Bar?
No.
No.
There's the day after this comes out.
Yeah.
Pull up the flyer, please.
Hold on, please.
The day after this comes out, there will be a is it like a craft fair? Would you say? Like a swap meet? Not a swap, not a swap meet, but
like an
a-
oddities. Yeah, I've been to stuff like that.
So our friend Sienna is going to be a vendor
Ooh.
there, and I've been meaning to get you to look at her shit for a while.
Okay, I haven't been on social media in a minute, so.
Well, I mean, just like a website.
Oh, okay,
But
cool.
her, like, she makes like some of the coolest, like dark, like cool shit I've
She's
seen.
so talented.
Yeah, she
That's awesome.
Fucking rules.
I love her.
Oh, Liz.
So that'll
Liz,
be Friday. Where?
Hold on, please.
Liz has been tattooing finally. By the way,
I saw.
she. Oh, you guys
She's
saw
killing it.
Yeah, dude, she's doing awesome. Her second one she doesn't like as much. She didn't go in the right amount or something. She was explaining it
Sure.
to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
I found it.
Oh, what is it?
So
Sorry.
it is the second annual Spook Show
Ooh.
for Eclipse Center of Creative Community. It's in Lansdale, Pennsylvania,
Oh, yeah.
on Vine
Mhm.
Street.
Yep.
It is from 6 to 9 p.m. on Friday, September 30th.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
Tomorrow.
From when this comes out.
Yep. Tomorrow, when this comes out, it will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Go Sienna.
Yeah, 'cause-
we time travel.
Yeah, we time travel here.
Whee!
Only a couple days though this time.
Yeah.
'Cause that's only a couple days away.
Right.
Yes.
So
So anyway, all right.
reach
I'm
us
gonna
on reach us on our social media.
Take a poop.
Yeah.
Go off, King.
You go. You do
No,
that.
no, that's cool. We'll do this. I'll hold it.
Instagram.
Need to be
You shouldn't
comfortable.
hold it. Go.
Thanks for your services _podcast. All of our shit is on there. You can reach us on there if you want. Clips are on there. TikTok is on there. YouTube is on there. All that good shit. Thanks for your services _podcast on Instagram. And you can always send us an email like Anonymous did today at ThankYouForUrServices@gmail.com.
You're spelled the letters you are.
Yes. Thank you
That's
for
U as an umbrella, R as in rabbit.
Ara.
Oh, that's good. Ara. Oh fuck! Wait! One more license plate I saw.
Oh no.
It said Suba Uwu.
That's fun.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
funky.
It's something.
Was
All
it
right.
a Subaru?
UWU
It
is
was
something.
Suba Uwu, and it was a Subaru.
Called it.
Yeah.
Go figure with the Suba, right?
Because I thought it was Subaru, and it's not.
It's
it was
Suba.
They just have a speech impediment.
Well,
No, Uwu was the thing.
do you know what a Uwu girl is?
I don't think I wanna.
How do you? Because you were the one that explained "pick me girl" to me, like a pick me girl.
Uwu is like
It's
another.
like a hentai anime, but live action girl.
yeah,
They're like Uwu girls.
is like deeper in the internet
Not really.
than
not
Pick Me
nowadays.
Girls, though.
Really? See, I would think it would be
Yes.
the other way because I didn't know what the fucking pick me girl was.
Pick Me is universal.
Yeah, that's
Uwu
it.
is like very
Specific.
yes.
That ain't my bag.
And yet, we all the guys know.
Funny how that works. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for your service.